Good morning, children. This lesson is for class 5 for the subject of General Science, chapter number 2, Skeletal System of your textbook, New Trends in Science, Evergreen Publications. It is being submitted to you on 3rd of May 2021. Children, we have already discussed the structure and functions of skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. Today, we are going to discuss the forelimbs and lower limbs of human beings and the girdles in our body. Let us begin with the limbs. Human beings have four limbs. These include a pair of forelimbs, forelimbs, forelimbs called arms, and a pair of lower limbs called legs. Each arm has three main bones. A bone called humerus in the upper arm, two bones called radius and ulna in the lower arm. The lower ends of radius and ulna are connected to the wrist, palm, and fingers have number of small bones joined together. The bones of upper arm and lower arm join at the elbow. We'll repeat again. A bone called humerus in the upper arm, two bones called radius and ulna in the lower arm. The lower ends of ulna and radius are connected to the wrist, palm, and fingers have number of small bones joined together. The bones of upper arm, that is humerus, and the lower arm, this radius and ulna, join at elbow. Now, if we discuss the functions of forelimbs, the bones of upper limbs along with muscles and joints causes movement of arms and thus helps in doing activities such as eating, writing, and lifting things. Now, children, if we talk about the hind limb, then each leg has three bones. The upper leg has bone called femur or thigh bone, which is the largest bone in our body. The lower leg has two bones. This is tibia and another is fibula. Tibia and fibula. The lower ends of tibia and fibula are connected to the ankles and the toes. The bones of upper leg and lower leg join at the knee. So, upper leg has a bone called femur, which is the largest bone in our body. It is also called thigh bone. The lower leg has two bones. One is tibia, another is fibula. And these two are connected at knee. Now, if we talk about the functions of hind limbs, bones of lower limb along with muscles and joints causes movement of legs and thus helps to walk and run. It also supports the weight of the body. Now, children, our bones are very much alive. They are made up of living tissues, having their own blood vessels, can grow and heal themselves. Also, the long bones of the skeleton, all the long bones of the skeleton, they are hollow and are filled with spongy tissue, and that is called bone marrow. So, long bones of skeleton are hollow and filled with spongy tissue called bone marrow. Red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets are produced in the bone marrow. The limbs are attached to the girdles in our body. Two types of girdles in our body are shoulder girdle and pelvic girdle. Now, what are girdles? These are ring-like bones that make up the shoulders and hip. The shoulder girdle is made up of the shoulder blade and the collarbone. And the hip girdle consists of three bones fused together by fixed joints to form a single bone. So, in our body, there are two girdles where the limbs are attached. One is shoulder girdle and the other is hip girdle. The shoulder girdle, which is made up of the shoulder blade and the collarbone. Here, the upper limb, arms, are attached. And the hip girdle, it consists of three bones that fuse together by fixed joints to form a single bone. Here, the legs are being attached. Now, children, let us discuss the various functions of skeletal system. The skeletal system plays many important roles. One, the skeleton gives shape to our body. Two, the vertebral column holds the body upright and gives support to our body. The skeletal system provides protection to our internal organs. The skull protects the brain. The vertebral column protects the spinal cord. Then, the skeletal system, it makes the body flexible and helps the body parts to move. The red blood cells and white blood cells are produced in bone marrow. The bones of the skeleton store minerals like calcium and phosphorus. Now, the next topic is joints. What is a joint? A joint is a region in the human body where two or more bones meet. Several types of joints occurs in the human skeleton. Joints of bones help in body movements. The amount of movement depends on the type of joint. We can move or bend our body parts only at those places where bones meet to form joints. In the freely movable joints like the elbow, knee, shoulder, and hip joints, the ends of bones forming the joint are held in place by strong connective tissue called ligament. Ligaments connect the bones forming the joints and prevent the bones from falling apart during movement. Ligaments are elastic and so they can stretch to let the bones move at the joints easily. So, ligaments, they are strong connective tissue which help the bones at their place. Those bones which form the joint. The ends of the bones at joints are covered with a soft and smooth layer of cartilage. The layer of cartilage allows the ends of the bones to move over each other smoothly without friction. This prevents damage to the ends of bones due to wear and tear caused by rubbing over each other. There is also a thick, oily liquid called synovial fluid between the ends of bones of a freely movable joint. This oily liquid lubricates the cartilage at the ends of bones and reduces friction even further. So, cartilage and the synovial fluid, it helps in the movement of the bones over each other smoothly without friction. They prevent damage to the ends of the bones, which can be caused by friction, that is, wear and tear. Now, children, there are two types of joints, movable joint and immovable joint. We are going to discuss the different types of joints in detail in the next session. Kindly do worksheet 1 as your home assignment. Thank you, children.